basic argument, her basic view about this election is that the say anything, do anything, special interest driven politics of Washington, that's how it's got to be. That's how the game is played. And so you should elect her to be your nominee because she's been in Washington longer and she knows how to play the game better. Now, that's the argument.
You know, come on. When Hillary Clinton says I'm out of touch, I just have to remind people of the track record. All right? So now this is Senator Clinton. This is the same person who has taken more money from lobbyists than any other candidate, Democratic or Republican, taking more money from drug company lobbyists and insurance company lobbyists, and she's saying, I'm out of touch? Who do you think is out of touch?
Well, that was his choice, remember. There was no rule or requirement that he take his name off the ballot. And his supporters ran a very aggressive campaign to try to get people to vote uncommitted. So it wasn't that he didn't participate at all. In fact, there was a real effort to get people to vote uncommitted, and I still won 55% of the vote.
You say that that is a fair result even without Barack Obama's name on the ballot?
Well, that was his choice, Steve. I mean...
Wasn't it the Democratic Party's choice that it would not be a result that would be counted, and most people took their names off the ballot?
No, I think that the Democratic Party said that they would not, under the circumstances, count the votes. But we all had a choice as to whether or not to participate in what was going to be a primary. And most people took their names off the ballot.
As for Senator Clinton's claim that the Democratic candidates, quote, all had a choice as to whether or not to participate, that is apparently patently false. All candidates, including Senator Clinton, having signed a pledge vowing that they would not participate in the Michigan or Florida primaries. Quoting from that document, therefore I, your candidate's name here, Democratic candidate for president, in honor and in accordance with DNC rules, pledge to actively campaign in the pre-approved early states, Iowa, Nevada, New Hampshire, and South Carolina. I pledge I shall not campaign or participate in any election contest occurring in any state not already authorized by the DNC to take place in the DNC-approved pre-window, any date prior to February 5, 2008. On the plane ride from Chicago to Washington, D.C. this morning, Senator Obama making his own argument against Senator Clinton's claim that the Michigan contest was fair, with an assist from his 6-year-old daughter.
I don't know exactly how she drew that conclusion, since I didn't step foot in Michigan, and my name wasn't on the ballot. So, you know, the notion that somehow it would be fair for her to obtain significantly more delegates than me in a contest where we both agreed it wouldn't count. I wasn't on the ballot, and I didn't campaign there. Just defies, logic. I think you could ask my 6-year-old whether that was fair, and she would probably be able to say, no, that isn't.
This is the same person who took money from financial folks on Wall Street and then voted for a bankruptcy bill that makes it harder for folks right here in Pennsylvania to get a fair shake. Who do you think is
I'm
out of
Barack
touch?
Obama, and I approve this message.
Newspapers call Hillary Clinton's negative attacks the old politics. And now, in the final hours, she's launched the most misleading and negative ad of the campaign. Barack Obama doesn't take money from special interest PACs or Washington lobbyists. Not one dime. But federal records show Clinton's raised millions from PACs and lobbyists, more than any candidate in either party. 11th hour smears, paid for by lobbyist money. Isn't that exactly what we need to change?
This is the same person who spent a decade with her husband campaigning for NAFTA, and now goes around saying how she was opposed to NAFTA. Does that sound like she's in touch with Pennsylvania? Does that sound like she's in touch with you? This is the same person who says she's voting for the Colombia trade deal. Turns out that her top advisor, her top strategist, was working for the Colombian government to get the bill passed. Does that sound like she's in touch with you?